This is the best tool for trading PumpFun coins and meme coins in general. In this video, I'm going to go over all the features, details, and more importantly, how to make money. Now, first off, down below, there are chapters so you can fast forward to these sections that you want to help you navigate the video easy. Also, this is not financial advice, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research before moving in on the crypto and Web3 space. Now, first up, a quirk, there's a referral link down below. If you don't use this link, you'll be put in a queue. Use the link, it just cuts out a bunch of time, saves you time, and it helps out the channel. Now, first off, when you click the link, you'll then get sent to your Telegram account. If you don't have a Telegram account, you'll need it because this is how it connects to ownership of you. After you've done that, you'll then need to hit login. It'll pop up with this link and this just takes you to BullX with your account. You then hit connect to Telegram, then hit next. Now it gives you this wallet, but we'll touch on wallets shortly, and then you get to start trading. Now this is the dashboard. Now on the left-hand side, you can click out everything so you can see it, or just click on the wallet menu. And then on the right, you then hit add funds. You then copy this address, then send some Solana from an address to that address. You could send it from something like Coinbase, like a centralized exchange, but I wouldn't do it. It's best to do it from a phantom wallet. You then wait, and then it'll load your wallet. You can then actually export the wallet, so the private key. What you do is you hit over here where it says 2 private keys, then hit download private key, and then it'll save it to a text file to your desktop. Now, a side note, you don't need to use the private key to actually operate this. This is just a backup, so if you then get locked out of your Telegram or BullX login, you can still actually activate the wallet and use the wallet. Also, keep this document in a safe place. If you don't do that, you'll then run the risk of someone getting it easily, and then they'll actually drain your funds. So definitely don't email it to yourself or upload it to a cloud server. Keep it somewhere safe. Now that you've got your wallet set up, head up here. This will select all of the different chains that you actually want to see that are active. I deselect everything apart from Solana. You can have these if you want to trade other chains, but we're just talking about PumpFun in this video. Now on the side, you've also got new pairs. This is all of the new pairs that are happening in whatever chain you've selected. You've then got Pump Vision, which I'll touch on this shortly. You've got the Explore, which is everything on the blockchain.
You've then got automation, which are your automated things, so stop losses, limit orders, all that kind of stuff. And then you've got portfolio, which is your current holdings, but then profit, loss, all of that kind of stuff, all of those details.
And the main thing we're looking at is Pump Vision. So what is Pump Vision? The way that they've laid this out is in 3 different tabs. You've got the new creations, which are happening right here, right now. You've then got about to graduate. Those are ones that have matured, that are about to hit radium and then go into full-blown adulthood if you're talking about coins. And then you've got graduated, which are the ones that are actually on radium. So they've graduated from PumpFun. Now what you can see here is you've got Mint Authority disabled, Freeze Authority disabled, LP burn, top 10 holders, etc. The first 3 you don't need to worry about because when it is in PumpFun, these will be taken care of. The main ones that you'd want to look at are the top 10 holders and at least 1 social. I actually personally don't care about those because the top 10 holders on a very new coin, if you've only got 2 or 3 holders, that might not work. But once you get to a bigger market cap, then it actually comes into it. So I actually leave this disabled. And then with at least 1 social, it can be important, but it's not, because people can put in a fake link, a fake social link. So you might think that it's good, but it's not a good thing. The main thing that I use is actually the market cap. And that's where I actually go to the graduate tab. In the graduate tab, put in 40,000, nothing there, put in 35, and then we can see bowl, dog in bowl. I like this market cap because if I leave everything else off, I can then do some inspecting as we go. The new creations tab, this is just there populating, and if I see something that's interesting, I'll look at it, but a lot of these created and then don't actually sort of get anywhere. And that's why having the market cap in the about to graduate tab gives you a better taste of where a coin is in its life cycle and where it's going to go. Sure, you might not catch it at that sub 15 or 10K, but the difference between a sort of a 10K and a 40K is a big jump in pump.fun. But when you're looking at sort of 35 or 40K as opposed to 100, 200K coin, that's a little bit easier because it's got a little bit more momentum there. So that's what I usually play around with. Now to find the socials, links, and all of that good stuff underneath the coin itself, you can see here you've got the PumpFun icon, which takes you to PumpFun. You've got the X icon, which is their X account. You've then got their website and then Telegram account. Now these can be fake links that are put in there. Don't trust these. Don't just assume that there's a link there that they're real. You actually do need to click on them and look at them to make sure that they are real, because some people will create a coin and just do that. The reason, and this is a side tangent, the reason why people do that and put in fake links or just links that go nowhere is a lot of bots and snipers will have a setup where if there's a social account, a Telegram account, and a website, they will auto buy. So people create coins so the bots buy in, they then dump on the bots, and then they just scalp these small trades over and over. So they don't even have real websites. They just put in a link, tick that box. So yes, be very careful on that front.
Now here are some other cool little quirks. There's a ring around it that shows you how close it is to migrating or graduating. You can then click on the image itself, which goes to Google reverse image search to see if it is a stolen image, which I think is pretty cool. And then you've also got the gold PumpFun logo, which shows you when a coin has migrated. Doesn't really matter for Pump Vision, but if you're looking anywhere else within BullX, it'll help you out to know that it was a PumpFun.
Now let's actually jump in and have a look at the coin in the dashboard and metrics itself. Down the bottom, you've got orders. These are all the orders that are actually happening right now. And you've also got the trades as well, the trades that are happening. Holders, this is ranked from the highest percentage, so the biggest owners to the lowest holders. Then you've got the top traders, the people that have been trading the most. And the positions, these are the positions that you would then have, and then the history of positions that you've had in that coin. And then to the right, you've got the buy and sell function. So you can buy different amounts that are pre-put in. So you've got 0.01, 0.02, 0.5, or 1 sol. Now you've also got the gas section right here. Now this is very important because if you're doing very small buys, so 0.1 buys, the gas presets and bribes are set very high. So 0.01 and 0.01 again for those two. So it means that if you're doing a 0.1 buy, you're losing 0.02. So almost 20% of your buy on a particular purchase. But if you're doing a 1 or 2 sol buy on a bigger meme coin, then this won't matter because you want to get in early or get out early. So yeah, depending on how you're actually trading yourself, you will need to set these for your buys and sells. Otherwise, these fees can eat away into your bankroll and limit the amount of trading that you can do. Now you've got this down here, which is the buys and sells that are happening right now. These are the buys and sells. You've also got it over here. This shows you how weighted it is. If there's more buys than sells, there usually should be more upwards pressure on the price. If there's more sells than buys, same thing. Same thing with volume and the buyers. The more green you see, usually the better a coin is going to do and the momentum that it has. When this swings back the other way, it might mean momentum has swapped. So you then change your strategy. Now another cool thing in the buy and sell is they've got limit orders. This means that you can then buy or sell at a particular price point. So just say you wanted to buy this coin and you wanted to set a sell at this resistance. So if it broke through, you could then sell. What you can then do is then sell it at that particular point in time. So it then means that if you do leave the computer and you go away, it can actually execute the trade for you. And then you'll actually get a notification within Telegram of the buy or sell that you put in. It's the same thing with a sell. So you could enter a trade at, say this, at 46,000. You could then write it up, hit a sell of 25% at 70K, hit another 25% at 120K, so that if it does pump overnight, if it does pump while you're away, you can actually get those sells and you get those notifications through to your Telegram app. So it's quite handy in that sense. Now here are some really cool, interesting features that you might not notice that I think are very helpful, and it shows you why it's a top tier program. If you've got any contract address in your clipboard, you can actually see it up here and it's pasted in, and it gives you any warnings how old it is. So before you've even pasted it in, you can kind of see what's happening. So if you have copied it from somewhere else, you already know it before you've searched it. You've also got all your positions up the top. So if you've got 5 or 6 positions, it shows you where you are, how they're operating. So if one of them is pumping, you can then jump in to sell it, or you could then DCA in, exit position, all of that. And because all your positions are up there, it's all in one dashboard, so you can really jump in quite quickly and easily. And it's just a very cool feature. Now another cool feature is this audit function. So you can click on here and it tells you exactly what the issue is. You can see here the top 10 holders have 30% or more, so it means that they could cheat or dump on you. And then you can actually remove this all the time. It doesn't pop up all the time, but then you can proceed with the trade. So it should keep you a little bit safe if you are moving fast. And then also what you can then see here on this chart here, you can see that there's buys and it just keeps going up and up. If you actually have a look, the feature where it says all of the insiders, and you can see it's the same kind of insiders buying over and over to then move this chart up to then hopefully dump on people that are unsuspecting because they see buy, 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 think it's got some momentum and then move in. So it's a very cool feature as well. And then what happened to this coin? Yes, it did dump. So yeah, those features that are cool and exciting, but why are people excited for it? Well, there is an airdrop going to come up. A lot of people are trading it. The tools are great, but the carrot being dangled of free money gets people excited. Now look, while I'm sitting here, it's very hard to actually live trade something. So what I'm actually gonna do is, this video is gonna take a lot longer than I hoped, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be doing some trading, and when I find something, I'll jump in and live record it. So you're not gonna see my pretty face, but I will then be able to talk over it to show you how it actually works and what the live trading aspect is. So yeah, it's not going to be this setup, but I actually want to do some live trading so you can actually see some action and what to do and what some of these strategies and how it actually works using BullX. So I've just loaded up a wallet with 1 sol and we're good to go. So jumping over to PumpFun, what I'll do is I'll reset my filters, so Pump Vision, and then what we'll do is we'll start from scratch. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to be looking at what's happening in new creations, but I'm going to set some filters for about to graduate. I'm not going to be looking at the graduated because I'm looking to catch something that goes from here straight into graduate, sell before radium, take a profit, and then maybe keep a moon bag for it over here. That's basically what I like to do. So one of the first things, I'll just put in a market cap of 23,000. Now, some people will like to put at least 1 social, all that kind of stuff. I don't care about the socials. I like to manually go in and have a look at them. I'm looking for this, where it says like minutes and not necessarily hours. So I will look at, okay, this thing looks like it's going to be an absolute rug because it was created 7 seconds ago and it's already at 24K market cap. That's ridiculous. This might be interesting. Go Cat, possibly. Let's just jump in and have a look and you can see how ruggy it looks. So look at that. If we go to the 1 second chart, so you can see all of these snipers that have come through. What happens is someone will come through, snipe all of these sort of bits. They'll be at the start of the bonding curve, and then this thing's just going to G. And then also you can see up here 45%. What we might do is we might put in, just so I can kind of see what's happening, we might put in 0.05 just so we've got it up the top. Oh, there we go. Legitimate. Oh, that's funny. What I wanted to do is I wanted to put it in so we could actually track it. But yeah, that's funny. So what happens is everyone bought in, everyone like sold, they made some profit. We don't know how many people. Maybe I was one of the first people to actually buy in. But yes, if you head to the Twitter account, the Twitter account will basically get deleted almost instantly. The website's not going to work, and then yeah, it'll be done. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to jump in and put this at 18,000 to hopefully get a little more through. Bolt is kind of interesting because we've got at 11 minutes or sort of 12 minutes ago, and the dev hasn't sold. So let's jump in and check our Bolt. See what the chart looks like. We'll go to the 1 minute chart, and it looks like it might be turning around a little bit. What we'll do is go to the 30-second chart. So right here, looking at this looks like it might have a bit of strength. We'll see how it goes, but what it just gives me incentive to actually check out the profile. So 210 followers gives me a little bit of confidence. What I'm then going to do is look at the sort of impressions and views, comments. So it says it's live 7 minutes ago. Now another thing is you check the contract address, because some people will launch a coin at the same time as another coin, just hoping that it is. So what we'll do is head back. So it's a VUUNE. Yeah, you can see up the top it says VUNE. So yes, it actually is legit. What I'm actually going to do is jump in and have a look at what the comments are saying. Looks like these may be bot accounts, just to try to, or just people just trying to pump their bags really. So what we'll do is head back. I'll clear up all of this stuff. I might actually make a buy on this because I kind of like it. So what we're going to do is going to throw buy in 0.2, just because we kind of, I think it's got a little bit of potential. Then what I'm actually going to do is I like to almost set a limit sell order instantly, so that if it does crash down, you've got a chance to actually kind of exit. So what we can do is if it gets down around there, so what we'll do is like minus 40%. Hopefully it doesn't go back down, but if it does go back down, then we're kind of going to preserve some capital, sell 100%. What I'm also going to do is set up a target of 100% from here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what the radium price is, what it's going to cost to sort of get over there. So what I'm actually doing is I went over to PumpFun. So it was crowned king of the hill, which is good, means that it should have some momentum. 56,700. So at 55,000, I would like to sell. What we'll do, the reason we're doing this is we're going to sell the majority of the bag right before it hits radium, just in case it runs through. And the reason that we're not going like that 56,000 is if someone puts through a bunch of soul buys, you'll end up blasting through and you'll end up in a spot. Wait, let me get this. What ends up happening is, just say radium's here, you actually blast through and your sell order might not actually go through. Then you need to wait for radium, and then it just gets choppy and you can just get absolutely wiped out. So I like to put in straight away my sort of limit sell order. Then I like to have a take profit, but then I like to keep an eye on it just to make sure that I'm not getting chopped out. If it's there for, if it's not making progress, if it's not working, then I'll like cut those losses. Now what I want to do is just leave that there and get back in. So, so you can see this one right here that has just, it's migrated so fast. What we're actually going to do is have a look. This thing is just, I'm pretty sure it's just going to just absolutely just fail. So, not that I don't have any confidence, unless I jump in and have a look. Z cool meme, unless they've got a SKU account. Contract address. Let's see if that's, yep, the same contract address. It's actually had some impressions on the tweets, so it looks like people are somewhat excited for it. A lot of these accounts have put up a post on the 24th of June, but then haven't done much afterwards. So what we'll do is we'll go back to 32nd. Yeah, this is kind of like a, what happens with radium, runs up, runs down, and then chops out. So yeah, that's it. When they move fast, it scares me, and that's why I like to set good sell orders before something gets to radium. Now you can also see up here, we can see that Bolt is up sort of 16%. We were up at one point at around 30%. Now we're at 15%. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move my stop loss, which is here. I'm going to move it to around this point just to reduce that downside, now that we have actually kind of gone up here. So if you click on the order, it'll cancel it successfully, but then we go limit sell just under here, just to reduce it 100% down. So we'll sell there just in case. If we keep charting up, then that's good. I will kind of have a trailing stop loss here, but that's just something I'll kind of want to adjust. So yeah, we still can have a pull down from this point down 25%, which is fine. If we then break above here and just get to like sort of 45, closer to 50, I will then move the stop loss above the average buy-in, so then we can't lose. But yeah, so I'm happy with how this is going. So then back to Pump Vision. We're at 18,000. I might go down to 14,000. What I might actually do is put in some volume, 10,000, just to see if we can actually get some volume, because we don't want just straight buys. We also want some action that's been happening within the coin. Sometimes you're just scrolling up and down, seeing what pops up. What's this? Egg with alien dog. No. Okay, now back to Bolt. What we've done is we've cancelled the limit order, the limit sell order, and we're going to move it up just down a little bit below where it kind of tapped out before. So that's down 20%. Actually, I'm going to move it at the buy level just because I don't want to lose everything if we end up in a spot where people get a little bit anxious for this coin to keep going. So we'll do that. We can currently see we're up. And you can see like the flex, it updates live. So running through, not fat profits, we're good. But if we then see this run up around here, then we'll move it up a little bit higher. But at the moment, we're not going to lose any money on this trade, which is fine, which is what I'm kind of looking for. Oh, I like this. basically when you see something that looks like they've put in some art, basically what I'm getting at here is the Guilan. I don't know what this means or is. Okay, I like it. Okay, they've put in some effort into this. That's good. What we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the PumpFun address to make sure it matches this PumpFun address. It looks like it does. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in a buy of 0.2. This is the minimal research that I'm actually going to do. But basically, you can see here for the past, 24 hours, they've been posting on this. Usually, someone that's going to rug, and like, look, this can rug 100%. It can easily rug. Someone that's been posting constantly, it looks like they've got a little bit more effort into it. Looks like they're going to push a little bit harder. So that gives me a little bit more confidence than someone that's literally just created an account because they want to do it. You can see 19 members online, 32 in total, which is fine. And you can see they've got the buy. Okay, this looks like it could be a runner because in their Telegram they've already got some buys set up, which is good, very important. Because we're in nice and early, I'm not going to set a stop loss because if we do sell, we're not going to lose too much on the way down. Like it's not going to be about 10%. So I'm just going to let this ride. But what we'll do is we will set a sell limit order at 100%, and we'll sell 25 at 9. Cool. So we've got a sell order at 9k, another sell order at 20k, and at that point we should be in a good spot if it does run. Could cheat, could rug, but looking at that, they've been putting some effort into their content, which I like. They've got some people in here. They've got their bots set up, which is very good, very important. Look, the dev could get rid of his supply. 6% isn't too huge, isn't too crazy. Like, I like it, but don't like it. So the dev bought 2 sol worth. No, not an issue. And then everyone else has been doing micro buys. So that makes me feel a little bit safer on it. Cool, so I'm ready to let that run. So what we're going to do is we're going to head back, check in on Bolt. Now looking at Bolt here, I would like to move my stop loss up just a little bit more, but if for some reason we wick down, I don't want to get sort of chopped out because we have seen some of these candles rip about 24%. So yeah, look, at the moment, that's just making a solid grind up. I like it. I'm happy with it. Oh, Fat Duck has just migrated. This worries me because look how fast it's gone through. I reckon it'll run up to around 100 and then just absolutely just kick down. So yeah, as we can see here, the dev just cheated his bag, but because we're in early, it's a 0.03 sol loss. Nothing too much, not worried about it at all. And that other one, Bolt, we actually had that stop loss in place around here. Wicked down, touched, even though it bounced up, it's gone back down. This is why I like to have these stop losses in place. You can leave. I was busy doing something, came back, it's back down under. We're good. Haven't lost anything from that, so we're all right. Or actually, we're down. When you take in fees, we're down 0.07, 0.08. Around that, not too bad at all between those trades. So yeah, I've actually tried to make this video multiple times, but it's very hard to set aside an hour to record and absolutely just find flyer of meme coins. You need to have this up. You need to be just checking in occasionally. You need to set aside some time while you're doing something else. Have this up on a separate screen and just absolutely ripping. You can't just be like, cool, I'm going to sit down at 10 a.m. and just find meme coins that are going to rip. It depends on the market, what's happening, all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I tried to go through all of my strategies, what I do, but it's too hard to film it because as you can see, there are gains that are made, but it's too hard to time that out with sitting down to record.
And my microphone wasn't working on a trade, but this is the trade and the run through and the thesis behind it, and I've just condensed it down really fast. So I saw this Suko, basically like a sumo cat, went to the Twitter account, looked at it, yeah, it looked all right. Then I headed to the website, actually had a website, I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, let's give it a go. Went in to have a look, and the first thing I did is went to the minute chart, and saw it had a pullback and it looked like it was consolidating. I had a look at the top holders and some of the orders that had kind of gone through. I'm like, okay, cool, looks all right. Put in a buy at 0.3 and just let it run, and then the buy just went through. Then what I did is I had a look at how far up the all-time high was from it, and then I put a sell order in there for 50%, and then it actually kind of ran up to that point, pulled back, so I sold the Pico top, there we go, and actually got the notification through Telegram. Then I set another sell again if it ran up a little bit higher because it went to Radium, did that, sold the Pico top again, and then watched it kind of chop a little bit, and I was like, you know what, I'm out of this bag, and then just sold the entire lot, which was good. And here is the profit and loss. Now this was over sort of a 10, 15, 20 minute period, but basically setting those take profits really does help and just lets you smash through it. So yeah, that's a trade, that same process that I spoke through in the live trade.
So hopefully you enjoyed that video on how to use BullX, all of the tips, tricks, features, and everything that you need to know in making money, and why I think this is a very good platform to use. If you enjoyed this video, go down there, drop some of that good stuff. I would very much appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I had a pleasure making it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.